Okay. Alright, so again, by the title of the video, I'm guessing you can tell some real shit's gone on, which led to me making this video. Got a lot of people on here that we've, grown to connect with, want them to still feel included in our lives as well as us in theirs, and I feel like maybe it's time for an update. This has been a while. So anyway, might as well start from the beginning. We'll take it back to October 2017. Still together, still in love, all of that juicy stuff. But that particular month, I found out that my mother, my best friend, the person that I love the most in this world, well, she was diagnosed with vascular dementia. It's I guess a form of dementia where I wore makeup not to cry, and I feel like it might be starting, but anyway, I'm trying not to. It's a form of dementia where, it's running through your veins. It means that it was brought on by multiple strokes, and basically can be reversed. The only thing you can do is kind of make people comfortable at that point and make the dementia slow down so that you can extend their life, I guess. But hardest thing I think I've ever been through in my life. This is somebody that I'm closest to in my whole family. Like she's literally like an angel to me. Just has my back like no other, loves me unconditionally. I could never do anything that would ever sway her opinion about me. Like the one person in my entire family that I can say truly knows me, well, knew me, and just my best friend, person I love the most. To lose her, and dementia is basically like losing somebody. Like they don't really, she's not herself. She's not the same person she was a year ago, 2 years ago. Like it's a complete 180. I'm looking at a completely different lady. I love her to death still, but it's just a difference. It's like I'm loving who she is now. I have to grow to love who she is now. Like, don't get me wrong, I adore my mom regardless of however she could be a mushroom or in any state, and I'll still adore her. But I'm just letting you know how close we were. That is my best friend, person that I adore the most in this world. And to lose her, to lose part of her, like, she may still be here, but she doesn't remember my middle name. She doesn't remember my birthday. She don't know how old I am. I have 2 older sisters. She sometimes confuses us, our ages and stuff. It's just really hard. Like, I absolutely adore this woman, and I cannot imagine life without her. Like, honestly, I used to say, when I was growing up, I used to say, since I was like probably like 9 or 10, since I was really young, I just remember always saying, "Mommy, you go and I go. I'm going right with you." Like, I don't be here if you're not here. And I can't believe that it's happening while I'm only 24 years old. But I guess life just does happen that way, and basically, I don't know, like, I still feel that way most of the time. Like, if she go, I want to go. It's just, I got a lot to live for, and I'm not going to take that route, but definitely thought about it a lot, and I'm not even going to, probably every day, cried every day. It was really hard to be around. So that on top of, basically, so it's really hard to be around me. I don't have anybody to really talk to about that, because I don't know anybody in my immediate family or immediate group that's lost their parent. Like my dad, who I'm down in Georgia. I live in Atlanta and my mom lives in Jersey. My dad is down here with me. He still has his mom, my grandma. She's gonna be 75 soon, and is healthy as a horse. Like, she can walk a mile too fast. She walks 5 miles sometimes. Like, she's really fit, really in there. So like, I don't know anybody who's dealt with that really at a young age, at least, and knows how to pretty much cope with it. So it's a hard thing to deal with, really hard to deal with. She like I said, she doesn't really remember much. So the person that I'm best friends with, the person I'm used to talking to every day, she's not really there anymore. Like, there's traces of her and stuff like that and who she is now, but it's not the same. So that is a difficult thing to deal with, and especially someone who has to deal with someone going through that. So like Randy having to deal with me or be around me. I'm hard to be around with hard to be around sometimes because, you know, nobody really understands, and it's hard to talk to me because, you know, me personally, it's just hard because I feel like nobody really gets it, and the stuff that people say is really sweet and all, but it's just, it doesn't touch home because I just feel like, you know, that's my world, and I'm, you know, I don't want to lose my world. So that, and then take it to November, on Thanksgiving Day, I ended up finding out I had a 8-centimeter tumor in my ovary. That was also extremely difficult to find out. A couple years ago, I was told I had PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, from my doctor. And basically what that means is you have like a hormonal imbalance, and, you know, the one thing that I took away from it was that it was gonna be hard for me to have kids. I've always wanted kids, not necessarily right now, but I've always wanted them, and that was hard to deal with because you think you have that, and then on top of that you end up having a 8-centimeter cyst in your ovary. So your doctor's basically telling you you're gonna lose your ovary, and that's taking away half of your chances of even having kids, because you only got 2 ovaries, and basically losing that ovary. And then I find out I have a cyst in my other ovary, so that's just difficult to find out. So those 2 things, coupled with the pain I was in, like I ended up having to take like Percocets and stuff just to deal with the pain, because it's excruciating pain having a freaking tumor in your ovary. Like, it's inexplainable. Like, it's a lot I went through at the end of 2017. I cannot say that that was my best year, to say the least. But all of those things kind of made it difficult for my relationship because, like I said, if you can't understand, it's sometimes hard to talk to somebody about things and be around them, especially if they're emotional. Like, I was crying every single day, mainly about my mom. I mean, my health and stuff really wasn't that big of a deal to me. I mean, it hurt me, but it just wasn't the same as losing my mom. So it's like, talking to somebody or having to talk to somebody every day is difficult as hell. Or deal with somebody who's going through something like that, especially if you don't know what to say. And not to say that she's not trying, or people in general that I love around me, not to say that they're not trying, but it's like, you don't know what to say to anybody, and I don't know what I would want anybody to say, you know, because it's just difficult. Like, my mom is my world. So like I said, it took a strain, it took a toll on our relationship. I feel like I wasn't allowing her to be there for me, and I feel like, you know, it was difficult to anyway. So we ended up taking a break, a little bit of an extended break from like December to like January, and went home to see my mom in December, spent like a few weeks up there. So it was time for us to kind of take some time off. We've taken breaks before in our relationship, but this one was probably the longest one. And like I said, it was just hard to deal with. So yeah, that brings me to say